English listening practice conversation basic to advance.
So, Lucinda, you were saying that your boyfriend Kwame really likes New Zealand.
Yeah.
So, are you guys going to move back to New Zealand?
Yes, we're actually leaving at the end of this month on the 30th of November.
Oh, really? You're moving?
Yeah.
He's moving for good?
Yes, we're both moving there to work.
Wow. So was it difficult for him to get a visa, or is it quite easy to go to New Zealand?
They have a lot of things they want you to have before you can apply for the visa, such as you need to prove that you're living together, certain things like that.
You mean, so for a couple, you have to show...
Right, because his visa is under partnership.
Oh,
If he
I
was
see.
going under working, then he'd have to show that he had work in New Zealand. But since it's under partnership, and it's even though it's a work visa, he doesn't need to have work in New Zealand as long as it's under partnership. And he has to prove that he's been living with me for 1 year and that we have a stable relationship, etc., etc. Yeah.
Wow. How do you prove that you've been living together? What kind of things do they do?
We have to show a letter from the person that owns the apartment that we live in, and we also have to show photos of us together from different times. We also have to have letters from friends. I think we had altogether maybe 20 letters from friends and family, from both my side and his side, and basically saying that we've been together for a certain amount of time and that they recommend the visa, etc., etc. Yeah.
Wow.
It's quite complicated.
What about the paperwork process? Is it pretty easy or is it difficult?
The paperwork's very easy. Apart from the health certificate where you have to go and give, I think, 6 vials of blood and get as many medical examinations as you can think possible. Apart from that, the actual filling out of forms is very easy. There's only, I think, a number of pages. Because there's no children involved or other people involved, it's only him and me, so there's only a few pages actually to fill out of forms. Yeah.
Okay, and so he has to have a medical examination just to make sure that he doesn't have
any illnesses that New Zealand doesn't have, or
right.
certain tests to see if he's fit.
Right.
I guess I don't know why they do that, but they like to know that someone doesn't have any too serious health problems, because once you go to New Zealand, they have quite good healthcare system, so they don't want to be taking on some person that's just going to New Zealand for certain healthcare benefits.
Right. Well, that's great that you guys are going together, and
yeah.
Good luck with your life in New Zealand.
Thank you.
What did you have for lunch?
Oh, well, I had chicken bento.
You bought it from home?
No, I bought it here on campus.
In the cafe?
Yes.
How was it?
It was okay. It's better than most of the other food here, and it wasn't too expensive.
Do you eat here a lot?
I try not to.
Why not?
It's a little more expensive, and the quality isn't quite as good as I'd hope for the value.
More expensive than where?
More expensive than maybe a small restaurant or specialized chicken place down in town.
Really? I agree with you about the quality. I thought it was quite cheap up here.
I just find I can find a little better deal sometimes in town and a lot better quality for about the same price.
So about lunch, do you have lunch here?
Often, no.
What do you do for lunch?
I usually go home and eat. I'm not on campus that often.
Okay. Yeah, because I kind of get stuck up here morning till evening, so I'm eating there every day.
Every day. Sorry to hear that.
What do you do for dinner? Do you cook?
Yes, I do most often. Usually just easy beef stir fries, or now and then go out.
Well, like Chinese style.
Yeah, easier to cook than Japanese style.
Do you shop every day, or do you go shopping once a week?
I usually shop every other day.
Okay. So you like fresh food.
Yes.
Do you live on your own?
Yes. How about you?
Oh yeah, I live on my own.
It's always better sometimes.
With my cooking, it's definitely better that I live on my own. Hey Martin, where do you live?
Oh, I live near the train station.
Really?
Yeah.
I live near the train station.
Oh, wow.
How do you come up? How do you come here?
I usually take the red bus. Well, I always take the red bus.
Okay, I take the blue bus.
Really? So how's that work?
It's a different route. I think it comes straight up through the town
Oh, okay.
and then approaches from the east side.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, it's a small old bus. Cost is in the middle of the range, but I get a little card that gives me 3 months travel. I don't know, it's quite crowded at the beginning when there's a lot of high school kids getting on, but they get off after a couple of stops, and after then the bus is nearly empty.
Really? Wow.
What's it like on the red bus?
It's almost the opposite. It's a little, probably I imagine the cost is the same, but the buses are much bigger, and I don't know if they're newer, but they seem a little more comfortable, almost like a tour bus, and they end up being very, very crowded, which is very different from it sounds of your bus by the time they get up here. Usually, when I get on the bus, I'm standing all the way up the mountain, so it's really not very comfortable to ride on those, even though they have the tour bus comfy seats. But it's a pretty quick route. It's about 15 minutes up here.
Oh, that is fast. Yeah, that sounds like it's faster than the blue bus.
Yeah.
But I heard the drivers are pretty fast.
Sometimes the drivers can be very nice and courteous, and sometimes the drivers act like you're not really there.
But it's quite a steep route as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is very steep, and there's a few stops up the middle of the hill that I don't know why they're there, and the drivers sometimes take the turns quite quickly, and especially when you're standing, it's not so comfortable.
So, Trey, can I ask you some questions about your hair?
Sure, go ahead.
So you have dreadlocks. How long have you had dreadlocks?
I've had dreadlocks ever since I was in high school, so I would say over 10 years.
And how do you actually get dreadlocks? Like, what do you have to do to your hair?
There are many ways you can get dreadlocks. One is to visit the salon and have it professionally done. Another way, the natural way, what I do is just twist my hair. And it takes maybe 2 or 3 months for the hair to actually lock together and become dreadlocks. Now, because I am of African heritage, my hair is different from my brothers and sisters who are of Asian or European heritage, and therefore my hair locks much easier because it's curlier, and it's quite flat as well.
So when you say that you push it together to lock it, like you just spend a little time every night just twisting your hair?
Yep.
How do you do it in the back though?
It's really hard to describe with words, but it's a shoulder workout. But I just grab my hair and rub it in between my hands. Sort of like when you're a kid and you're playing with Play-Doh and you're trying to make long cylindrical rod with Play-Doh and you twist it in your hands. Same way.
Wow. Now, once you have dreadlocks, do you have to continually do this to keep them this way, or once they're locked, are they good forever?
Once you have dreadlocks, it is good to twist them occasionally, because if you do not, then they'll just grow out as if it's an afro. So I'd have a large afro, and then at the tips of the afros, I'd have dreadlocks. So I do go back and twist my hair occasionally.
Okay, and actually for washing your hair, is there anything special you have to do?
Just make sure that you clean your scalp. Whenever you choose a shampoo, make sure it's one that does not damage your scalp or what have you.
Right, so basically nothing different.
Right, nothing different. Just watch out for the pH balance.
Okay, thanks, Trey.
You're welcome.
Okay, Simone, we're talking about the Olympics. Do you think the Olympics still have their core meaning? Or do you think that the Olympics now are too commercialized and too much big money?
Well, I would hate to sit on the fence on this one because I am sitting on the fence, but I think both. Yeah, it's far too corporate. It's way too corporate. Too much media attention. Too many sponsors. Too much corruption. But I mean, I think when you look at the athletes doing the opening ceremony and you see the actual sports, they're doing the same thing that they were many years ago.
Right.
And you can see the joy on their faces, and even people that aren't famous, having their time in the sun or in the snow in this case. Really enjoying it and being the best at what they do. So, yeah, my answer is both.
Okay. If you could change one thing to improve the Olympics, what would you change?
What would I change if I could improve the Olympics? Well, I think, I would just probably change the influence that governments and sponsorship have over the Olympics. That would probably give the Olympics a more organic feel, rather than because the United States will get it every second or third time just because of all the corporate sponsorship and all the TV money.
Right, right.
It's,
Yeah, actually, if I could change one thing, I think I would move some of the summer sports to the winter sports. Like, for example, basketball. Like, why can't they play basketball in the winter? Or a lot of these indoor sports, the fact that they're indoor, you don't have to do it because it's on ice or snow. And like you said earlier, then maybe you can get more countries involved.
right.
So,
Yeah, that's a cool point, actually.
right, because I mean, does it have to be on snow or ice? But yeah,
Well, a lot of sports. I can think of basketball, soccer, American football. They're all played in the wintertime
right.
in
I don't-
most countries. Yeah.
Sure, right, right. Okay, so actually the Olympics are here. How much time do you think you'll spend watching the Olympics on TV?
Probably about couple hours a week, maybe 3 or 4 hours a week at most.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna try to catch the skiing. I like to watch the skiing and the hockey, of course, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll watch. I'll just turn the TV on and see what's on, and then find out how my country's
Well, maybe we
players
can
are doing.
let's get the hockey scheduled and go watch some hockey down at the pub.
Okay, let's do it.